live from Augusta. We're watching News 1226 at 11.
People from around the region are coming together to show their support for Columbia County deputies Brandon Sykes and Gavin White after a Saturday evening traffic stop left Deputy Sykes dead and Deputy White fighting for his life. Now, while serving a protective order on I-20, deputies say James Montgomery was cooperative at first, but then opened fire when deputies turned their backs. The return fire from deputies is believed to be what killed Montgomery. This is video from earlier today as Deputy Sykes' body was escorted back from the GBI lab in Atlanta after an autopsy. I want to say good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. A memorial is now growing along I-20, and the community is rallying around Deputy White, who is recovering in the hospital. Your Hallie Turner is live in the newsroom. And Hallie, what are some of the ways the community is showing support for Deputy White?
Yeah, well, people across the community are finding different ways to show their support. Pelican Snowballs in Grovetown is giving money to benefit White's family, and Shepherd's Blood Center is hosting a blood drive in Deputy White's name. Now, Deputy White is a regular blood donor himself, and he's already received blood donations as part of his recovery. And now Shepherd is asking for your help to replenish the supply and help the deputy's family in another way, too.
Everybody who donates, $20 is going to be donated to Deputy White and his family. So it's really great. You know, folks are looking around and saying, hey, what can I do? I want to help. I feel so bad. This is a way that anybody in our community can pitch in, roll up their sleeves, and get to work to help, you know, make sure the community blood supply is where it needs to be, but also help this officer and his family during this long road of recovery.
Now, Shepherd says extra staff will be on hand to help, and you can show up to any of the Shepherd donation centers Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to donate.
All right. Thank you so much for that information tonight, Hallie. We definitely appreciate you. All right, you can donate at any of the Shepherd Community Blood Centers areas on your screen. Takira El Rey will be open from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. A portion of the proceeds from Thursday will go to the families of Deputy Sykes and White. And shifting gears here, toss to First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton with some gorgeous weather on tap. The sun will definitely be working, but as we head to the weekend, maybe some wet stuff. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. It always seems to just wait until the weekend to rain. But hey, at least we have a beautiful next couple of days for us. Starting off the day tomorrow in the lower 50s. So a little bit of a chilly start, but hey, by the afternoon, we can expect to see those highs in the low 80s for us. So a beautiful Tuesday for us. That trend's going to continue. Wednesday and Thursday, maybe just add a few more degrees for us, but plenty of sunshine again for your Tuesday, 77 by noon, and then again we'll top off in those lower 80s for us. But we are tracking rain in the forecast over the next 7 days. We'll have a total of roughly an inch in some lucky spots, and I'm saying lucky because we are seeing drought-like conditions, so we definitely do need any rainfall that we can get. But I'll tell you exactly when it's going to rain and how, if there's any threat with it coming up.
Right. Thank you, Emily. We'll stand by. The Greene County Fire and Rescue honor the return of fallen Deputy Sykes as he was escorted back to Columbia County. On Facebook, Greensboro Police and other agencies posted thoughts and prayers for Deputy Sykes' family, friends, and fellow officers. Investigations are in process into a mass shooting in Myrtle Beach that killed 11 people, along with the suspected shooter being killed. Police officers saw a fight break out just before midnight on Saturday and saw a person firing a weapon. An officer then shot. The coroner's office says an 18-year-old died when he was shot during the, quote, officer response. The 18-year-old's mother said everything was a blur after finding out her son was killed.
I was so angry. I'm still angry. I'm just so angry. I'm angry. I'm hurt. It's just so much. I don't know. I honestly can't remember to tell you what went through my mind, honestly. Cause I don't know. It feel like everything is a dream.
SLED is investigating the shooting, and Myrtle Beach police are conducting their own internal investigation. Tomorrow is the 4th annual Fentanyl Awareness Day, and Serenity Behavioral Health System is looking to help the community with free Narcan demonstrations, fentanyl test strips, and HIV testing. This is going from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at 3421 Mike Paget Highway in Augusta. Food trucks and music, along with more, will be on site. And the general and special election for multiple positions in the city of North Augusta is also tomorrow. Those include the city mayor, three city council members, and an unexpired term for one city council member. North Augusta City Mayor Britton Williams, his term expires in May, so he's up for re-election. He is the only one on the ballot for the mayor's race aside from write-in candidates. Now, there are 4 candidates for 3 city council spots. The only Democrat on the ballot is candidate Dennis Briatico, who joins Republican candidate Robert Freitas as new names on the ballot. Current council members David McKee, Pat Carpenter, and Mayor Pro Tem Jennifer McCauley's terms are expiring, and they are running for re-election. The only certified candidate for the unexpired seat is Republican John Fullock. And tomorrow marks President Trump's 100th day. This was on immigration. The White House said, and back here at home, the American Red Cross is assisting a family after a home fire on Cully Drive in North Augusta this afternoon, with 4 people being impacted by that fire. The Red Cross says home fires are the nation's most frequent disaster. And April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and a self-defense class for women took place, sponsored by the Sexual Assault Response Center of Georgia and Jesse Norman School of the Arts. It provided not only a way for women to be able to protect themselves in a dangerous situation, but also allowed them to get in contact with resources for anything that may have happened in their past. Today's class was about preparing for the present and the future if anything happens.
Since April Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we wanted to provide, different ways that people can feel empowered. So making sure that not only are we servicing individuals during their time of crisis, but helping prevent those crises from happening.
And we have a link to CSRC on our website, wrdw.com. And the annual burger battle took place this evening, benefiting the Boys and Girls Club. The chefs from the best restaurants here in the CSRA were invited to prepare their own specialty burgers, competing to be named the Burger Battle champion. Guests sampled burgers from 9 restaurants around town, including Abel Brown, Snowcap Drive-In, Midtown Tavern, Rectech, Finch and Fifth, Edgar's Grill, Tank and Taps, Cucina 503, and Sheehan's Irish Pub.
All of the money raised here from this event, whether it's through ticket sales or sponsorships, comes right back to our club and funds all the programming that we do here in the greater Augusta area. The people are loving it, but they also love what we do here, and it's a fun way for them to give back and give back to their community through eating burgers.
All right, so we know the champion gets a heavyweight belt, but this competition, Emily, must be going long because we don't have a winner just yet, or maybe there was some kind of tie or a burger off or something.
Oh yeah, burger off. I love it.
Yeah, but as soon as we find out the winner, hopefully before the newscast ends, we'll definitely let you know.
Yes, I definitely want to see who's the winner. I love
know,
me
right?
a good hamburger, so I want to check it out. Hey, overnight tonight, 54, that average low. We'll warm up, though, tomorrow afternoon, and we'll see highs in the upper 80s. By the middle of the week, I'll have a check on your forecast, and there's some rain in it coming up.
All right, also coming up, the community is rallying around a Milwaukee judge who was arrested by the FBI last week. We have the latest on this story after the break. Stay with us.
Thank you for rounding up at Parker's Kitchen to support Wounded Warrior Project. Your donation helps family support members like me receive the life-changing resources and programs we need. Thank you.
You know that feeling when you realize that you missed something big?
At News 12, we're on your side from the latest news happening now.
To the first alert, keeping you prepared. No other team has you covered like we do. From breaking news to the moments that make a difference, we bring it all straight to you.
Don't be the last to know.
Instead, stay ahead for anything that comes your way.
Your news, your weather.
Your team, every night.
WRDW Evening News, on your side so you stay ahead.
Freak.
We're back with a live look over downtown Augusta this evening as we bring in First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton, I like to call her. It's all girl power tonight. You, me, Haley, and Alyssa.
Yeah.
And the guys are in the back doing
Yeah.
what they're supposed to do, for sure. But it looks like a great week, weather-wise, lots of sunshine, and then, everybody's looking forward to the weekend, maybe a couple of drip drops here and there.
Yeah, we're going to track some showers, especially for your Friday. But hey, it's going to be dry for the next couple of days, cooling off tomorrow morning. We can expect to see those morning lows in the middle 50s for us. So a relatively chilly start to your Tuesday. By the time the afternoon rolls around, though, we'll see plenty of sunshine that'll help us warm up into those 80s by the afternoon. But we are dry now, expected to stay dry again for the next couple of days for us. But rain is in the forecast. High temperatures, though, are going to be in the 80s, but we'll see the upper 80s by the time we hit Wednesday, Thursday, 88, 86 for Friday, and that's when a front is pushing through, so that'll drop down our temperatures a little bit, but with that, bringing in some rainfall, and hey, it's needed. Here's a look at the drought monitor. Abnormally dry in this yellow color here, this tannish brown color is moderate drought conditions. So again, we definitely could use some rainfall. It'd be very beneficial to us, especially after we've gone through just a really dry stretch lately. But it looks like it's only going to amount to maybe half an inch to an inch when it's all said and done over the next 7 days. I think that we'll all see some sort of rainfall, but it might just not amount to much. But again, that's really going to come Friday, and then an isolated shower thunderstorm for your Saturday. So just be prepared for that. The next couple of days going to be dry. Thursday, a small chance of a quick isolated shower will pop up. But again, I think Friday is going to be the next day that most of us see rainfall. And again, it will at least accumulate some, just not as much as what we need. But 87 Wednesday, partly cloudy for your Thursday as well. 88, 86 for your Friday. And hey, check out Sunday morning, waking up with temperatures right around 50 degrees. We'll warm up though in the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine for the end of our weekend and the start of next week. I think next week's temperatures are going to be pretty consistent, right around that 80-degree mark. So a little bit cooler than what we're seeing this week, thanks to that cold front that again is pushing through on Friday. But looking dry again for the end of our weekend and the start of next week. We really just have to focus on Friday and maybe a few showers Saturday.
But listen, 80 with some low humidity is perfect.
Yes,
I'll
I
take
agree.
it. Yeah, thanks so much, Emily. Appreciate you. Elected officials, faith, and community leaders are rallying behind a judge in Wisconsin who the FBI arrested.
GeraldJonesHonda.com to find your new ride.
Well, one morning, me and my wife were headed to work. Bus came out right in front of us, and then I woke up hours later in the emergency room. I was worried about the health and well-being of my wife. My son contacted Austin Jackson. They took all the pressure off. They said they will handle everything. And when they meant everything, they meant everything. I would recommend Austin Jackson Law Firm because they relieve you from all the pressure. Get Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
No matter when your accident happens, the help you need.
Also excited about sports. The WNBA is making some major changes to how you can watch the Atlanta Dream before the regular season even begins. Your Alyssa Lyons has all of that and more right after the break. Stay with us.
Right now at Rooms to Go, get beauties.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group. On your sideline, sponsored by Chandler Law Firm.
The NFL draft has concluded, but for those whose names went uncalled, the journey isn't over. For one Grovetown graduate, it's just getting started. Simeon Barrio left the CSRA as a three-star from Michigan State. After 3 years, the defensive lineman transferred to the U in Miami. Barrow went undrafted until he was signed as a free agent with the Falcons, a chance to earn a roster spot for the hometown team just 2 hours away. With the Canes, he played in all 13 games. The former Warrior recorded 30 tackles, 8 for loss, 5.5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Those numbers could be impactful to a team that needs it. Remember, the Falcons released Grady Jarrett. They have a weak pass rush, and the Dirty Birds generated the second fewest sacks in the NFL. The college baseball postseason is almost here. Our local Lions down at Payne College with another great regular season showing despite still battling the effects of Hurricane Helene. Following the destructive hurricane 7 months ago, Payne's baseball field was torn apart. The outfield fence line remains in disarray. Several parts of the fence itself are missing. Even the roofs on each dugout are gone, yet to be replaced due to delays in financial aid to the school. Coach Melvin Marshall acknowledges that the physical issues have been tough, but he's more focused on how well his team has performed this year.
The facade of our field isn't the best looking, but you put the product out on the field, on the playing surface, the competitiveness doesn't change. It is what it is, man. We're lacking resources when it comes to the funding and to, rebuild our stadium, our field. But hey, the guys still have pride about Payne College and being a Lion, so they went out and still competed and gave it their best shot and played hard and had a pretty good season.
What a positive outlook. State tennis scores for round 2. Burke County is moving on in 2A. Thompson and Grovetown's historic season has come to an end in the second round. Hepzibah and Aquinas play Tuesday. Okay, more eyes are on Washington County's Alicia Gray in the WNBA than ever, especially with the Dream's addition of Brittany Griner. BG went to the Dream after an 11-season career with the Mercury. Alicia Gray, the former Golden Hawk, has been in the pros almost as long, entering her 9th season with training camp underway. And under new leadership with head coach Carl Semesco, that still has to learn new ropes.
I'm used to the challenge. I mean, a coach challenged me. I take it personally, and I don't want to make the same mistakes I made today. I mean, everything's new. I'm still learning, but it's just take in the information, retain it, and come back better tomorrow. Whatever coach say do, we doing. I mean, he's not just doing anything, so I'm 1,000% supporting him. I'm behind him, all in on him.
The Dream are also going to be on our sister station, the Peachtree Sports Network, this year. All non-national exclusive games will be available to watch. Before we go, a statue 2 years in the making will finally be unveiled in Columbia. Dawn Staley will forever have a permanent place in Columbia by Wednesday, where her bronze statue will be displayed. The legendary coach has led the Gamecocks to 3 national championships, 7 Final Fours, and 9 SEC tournament titles.
Wow, pretty fly. Can't wait to see the finished product.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for it. It looks really good so far. So once it's completely done, I'm sure it's going to look great.
That was a final look from like months ago, so it's going to be awesome once we find the dipped in bronze. It's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's definitely going to make it 10 times even better than what it is. But hey, I'm going to have a final look at your 7-day forecast before we go.
Time and temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team. Introducing the First Alert Radar Network.
With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street.
First just got faster.
All right, ladies, circling back to the big burger battle tonight, we did find this year's winner, the Augusta chapter of the American Culinary Federation. Should they have even been in the battle? I mean, it's a culinary school, right?
Yeah, but
I don't know. They won a blue heavyweight belt, and but the proceeds go to the Boys and Girls Club, and that's what's most important. And all the guests who attended were able to vote for their favorite burger. But remember, earlier we mentioned all of those restaurants. And, yeah.
Who else was in it? Because I didn't get to hear. I
Able and Brown. Able helped me out. Finch and Fifth and Edgar's Grill and.
Those are all really good spots.
That's what I'm saying.
Those are
Snowcap.
really good spots.
That's what I'm saying.
So they must be great.
Yeah.
But where can you? It's not like a restaurant. Where can you? I'm thinking there were maybe students or teachers who did the burger. So where can you go to really test that burger?
Yeah,
that's true.
Is it like a steak burger too? I feel like that usually gets people. It's
It
like
would need to be a turkey burger for me.
yeah.
Or a vegetarian burger.
Oh,
yeah, I've never done a red meat in years.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I love burgers.
Most people do. I mean, you can find all
Yeah, no, me too. There's a lot of good burger places around here. I always like Farmhouse.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Yeah, Farmhouse is always a really whiskey bar. They have good.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
I think Southbound's isn't that bad, and my dad had it the last time that we took him there.
So shout out to all the good burger places around the CSRA. We appreciate you for having a good burger. All right, and thank you. We appreciate you for joining us tonight. Have a good one, and we will see you back here soon. Then we're going to get to the weather.